Okay, so in this part I had to see because I don't know what hell was happening. How was the fucking order? Oh, I can't move this. Because some were already right and you had to move some of them. Elements are way strong already. No arrow is already here, it's the bird. And it's the flower.
Thank the Lord of Light. I've done it.
It doesn't make sense because when you watch there, it wasn't nothing. It doesn't make sense.
This is probably the room where the Brotherhood used to meet. If these documents are indeed hidden in River Spring, this is where they must be.
Damn it. My dear Reynold, your aversion towards our brother seems justified. In addition to this corrupt activity, we've at any given moment but put the very existence of our order in peril. He has been secretly operating to divert much needed resources away from River Spring. You must take necessary measures to banish him from our. I will travel to King's Landing in order to meet with him and inform you your old friend Lord Howard Alton.
So, this thief has helped bring ruin to River Spring. Lord Halton was to visit him in his manse in King's Landing. So, here are the documents Lord Halton spoke of. The Targaryen dragon is indeed on the bottom of each page, and their contents are encrypted. Impossible to understand. I must hand them to Lord Halton, so he can tell me what they say.
The fuck I have to look? I'm fucking lost.
I'm sorry to trouble you like this, but I think you ought to concern yourself with this matter.
That matter does not concern me, Graydon.
I'm afraid that it concerns the whole of River Spring, my lord. The two young ones talking to your sister were looking for their father, Lord Quen Roxton. He happens to be locked away in our dungeons at the moment.
What? You have taken a lord prisoner?
Yes, on orders from your sister, my lord. And I'm afraid that it might all get out of hand. The Roxtons are a powerful family. They could do great harm to our lands if they so desired. Unfortunately, that's all I know. You'd better talk to your sister, or with the younger Roxtons. Perhaps you could even go and see their father in his cell.
I will see what I can do. Thank you, Graydon. Eliana, we need to talk.
I don't have time, Alistair. I have urgent matters to attend to.
I know all about it, Eliana. I'm here to help. The Lord cannot stay in our dungeons.
How did you find out?
That's of no consequence. What matters is avoiding a bloodbath. Lord Roxton belongs to a powerful house. This could become serious. How did this happen?
Lord Roxton came with a handful of armed men and started attacking our people. Ryman and his men managed to overpower them and we threw him in the dungeons.
Why would he attack River Spring?
About 2 years ago, when River Spring was already struggling with debt, Father asked for his help. Lord Roxton had more gold dragons in his coffers than he did subjects on his estate. We hoped he would lend us some of his fortune so the people wouldn't go hungry. We would then have time to find a more permanent solution. Father asked for his help, but the swine demanded my hand in marriage in exchange. I was left with no choice but to accept.
Let me guess. There was an incident that stopped the wedding.
Well, he did pay us the purse as promised. But shortly after he learned that I was courting someone else. Kristen. A good man, but a peasant. He lived just behind the forge. I can assure you that nothing dishonorable happened between us. But when Quen Roxton saw me in his company, he found it hard to take.
How did he react?
He called off the wedding and asked us to pay back the money. But we had already spent it feeding the people. So he went back home and dwelled upon it for many years. When word of Father's death reached him, he came here with his men and started taking possessions from our townsfolk.
I see. So you locked him in the dungeons. I will deal with this, little sister. Leave it to me.
Be careful, Alistair. Some of Lord Roxton's men are still around the town and they are real brutes.
Fear not. I will come and see you again when I know more. Well, I should go and see the younger Roxtons.
Yes? What do you want?
We should talk.
So, first the adulterer, now the Red
Oh
Priest.
my god.
I am Alistair
Jesus
Sarwin,
Christ.
and these are my lands. Therefore, your problem is of concern to me.
Ah. Forgive our ignorance, we were not aware.
No matter.
I was told there were 3 of you. So who is the last of your litter? A wildling, perhaps? Or something worse?
Calm yourself, Meredith. Forgive my sister, sir. The situation is rather a burden for us, and she takes after her father.
I heard that you were looking for your father. What makes you think he is here?
When he left our castle, he went to River Spring. He had a few disputes to settle.
Disputes?
Yes, but disputes is a weak word.
You're the one who is weak, Edwin. Tell him how it is. The Sarwicks have well and truly cheated us.
Cheated you? How so?
Your sister was betrothed to our father a few years ago. Her hand was offered in exchange for our gold, to bolster the coffers of your dying lands.
And what happened?
Your sister turned out to be a harlot. That's what happened.
A harlot.
On the very eve of the wedding. Father found his betrothed in bed with a peasant.
That is what our father told us when he came back from River Spring. He was furious and wanted revenge.
After the disgrace caused by your sister, the wedding was immediately called off. But the gold we gave you as a dowry was never repaid. Following Lord Raynald's death, our father decided it was time to go in person and collect what was owed to us. Since then, He has disappeared without a trace. Your sister is at fault. She dishonored our agreement. We demand that our gold be repaid.
So that is what you're interested in?
Of course.
Coin.
And our father, of course.
Be quiet, Edwin. For all we know, Father might very well have fallen from his horse on his way here. But it does not change the fact that you still owe us the gold. Is that clear?
I see. There are a hell of a lot of differences between Ilyana's version of events and that of the Roxtons. If Little Sister had the right of it, and there really was no adultery, then the Roxtons stopped the wedding without good reason. In that case, we are not duty-bound to pay them back. However, if Ilyana was actually mistaken, I need to know what's going on. I have to find Kristen. Ilyana said that he lived behind the town's forge.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop here and I will start to only record the main quests and do side quests off camera. So see you guys next time.